Hello, everybody, and welcome to Total Annihilation Replays. Today, I'm bringing you Game 3 of the Round 3 match between Tiptushi and Rock, and I have an extra special guest with me today, Mr. Meal Solutions himself from Meal Solutions Gaming YouTube channel. Say hello to the good, kind folks out there.
Hola, guten Tag.
In both Espanol and
Yep.
Deutsch, very good.
Yes, yes.
So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and get this going here. Now, this is Game 3 of the series. So in the bottom left, we got Tip in red, and in the top right, we have Rock in orange. And the map here is Absinthe Frap, which I believe is a breezy creation. So, and it's a very interesting map. So if you do this here, you'll see that you kind of start in these little sand pits. So think like a golf course right here. And so going air bombing off this elevation is a little difficult. You got to climb up out of here, and then there's all this water in the middle. So you have your water obstacle and your sand obstacles, perfect for a game of golf here.
Now, have you played this map very much?
It was the big hit during a lot of team games, and I haven't played it much one versus one. To me, it just seems like it would be difficult for me to handle this map.
Right.
So, Rock doing 4 wind, and then looks like he's walking 3 mexes. Tip just walking 2. I can't say, like, I actually am not experienced enough on this map to say what's the optimum build here. I think Tip is probably off to a little better start because Rock's just accessing this E right here that he put down a little early. So I wonder if he was thinking like, oh, should I go air or not? But
I will say, with the size of the map, I am a little surprised that neither of them went vehicle.
it's true. I have a feeling it's, well, yeah, and Pels will come into play later. I have a feeling though, the firepower of the Peewees, even though they're a lighter frame, and the fact that this elevation will block missiles, because that's the Peewee's greatest weakness is missile units. You're able to get more fire. You can only get a certain amount of firepower, so the speed of the vehicles and their ability to move around, I think, is somewhat limited. So I kind of like the K-bot move, but again, I'm not the best. I am surprised there's no air though, considering all of the reclaim you can see here that's just around the map.
Right.
These are little ones, but this adds up quite a bit. 98
Plus,
there.
there's more in the sea too,
Yep,
right? Yeah. some
76,
sea-
76. So flee from Rock, going both ways. I think that's an excellent idea right there. If you're armed, don't forget that the flee exists for just scouting. I mean, you're not doing serious damage with that kind of thing.
I mean, just the vision alone that they provide is very handy.
Yeah, we can take a look at it right here. So, you do a little patrol. It looks like the flee had a bit of an encounter, and they just did a little drive-by shooting with no casualties. Tip walking is calm, and he's got three K-bots here back on this. It's one of the things that I tend to do is if you're gonna walk your calm, you tend to want to have at least. Oh, she's the gunslinging Tip right there. This is super annoying. Actually getting a mex out of this. He's not attacking these cons. These cons can probably repair each other faster than the flea can kill it. It's one of the things, if you have your commander next to a mex and a flea is shooting it, you can just repair the mex and the commander will keep it alive. The flea doesn't do enough damage.
Can the commander use his laser and repair at the same time?
Yes, but they're not going to move the flea into range.
Right. Yeah.
So
Now, I will say, every time I've seen this map played, the sea has been a very important
Yep.
factor in it.
Yeah, the sea is, you kind of take for granted. I mean, there's a lot of resource in the sea. And then the fact that you got to go into this little sand pit down here. And that is where the ships can just move in and start shooting things that are on the land. So,
Yep.
and there's a limited access to the sea too. So once you take it, it's hard for the other person to push back in. Let's see. Did Rock go for a walk? Yep, we have. No, well, let's see. Did he?
I think he's still on his lap. No, where'd he go?
Oh,
Oh, he's
man.
walking now. There he
We have a
is.
case of the mystery commander. Oh yeah, there he goes. Okay, so he's going for Stroll. Now he's walked not as soon as Tip did. So the thing is, by walking here, Tip has essentially secured this side of the map for himself. As long as you're paying attention, units aren't going to be able to get by, and Rock wouldn't want to just send them into BD guns. So you can see what he's doing now is he's sending all his units and he's pushing them to one side. That's what Tip's doing here.
So what's interesting is where Rock is right now with his commander. I don't think you can naturally climb down there. I think the height map was actually edited to be able to allow that.
I don't know why I'm not seeing Rock's comm, which is...
Put that in the top left.
I just put it right here.
Yeah, put it in the top left
Oh, okay.
of the like the whole map. Yeah.
There it goes. Okay. So Tip, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a con over here helping too. Yeah. So he's got an LT, and then so they're both hitting the water at about the same time, and they're both relatively close in expansion, both sitting around the almost the exact same metal. So currently a relatively close game. I'm going to go ahead and move up the speed a little bit here, though. Rock outnumbered on the top side, so he's falling back. Tip immediately into Skeets. Rock doing the same. 2 Skeets into a con. Tip, 3 Skeets into a con. Plenty to reclaim, though. So this will effectively secure this against the Pee-wees. Tougher units can get by a single LLT, but not if he DTs it up. A little bit too many obstacles. Both going max. Tip hard stalling on energy right now. And you can see he's got some K-bots building wind, where Rock already has a nice little wind farm going. So I'd say Rock is slightly ahead at this point. But this could get... Nope. So it looks like they're probably going to split the map 50-50 here. This LLT should, and the Pee-wees should block these 5.
I will say right now it looks like Tip has just more territory on land.
Yeah, he's got more capped, and I think he went more cons. I should have done a better job at counting. Rock has pushed out another con. Tip has him outnumbered in the sea right now. Nice job by Tip here defending his con, and he's got the numbers, and I think he just realized it. Yeah, they're... Tip putting up, stopping to put another one here. So yeah, Rock is ahead on the metal production right now. He hasn't, I guess he built a few MTs over here. This is just a bad formation for Rock right here. You can see Tip's able to basically pick them off 2 or 3 at a time.
Yep.
Running up against the Allen right there. So that was a nice little exchange. Good for Tip. Immediately into a second shipyard. Similar build on this side from Rock. Tip's got more build power in the sea, though. So Rock is ahead here because of that, because Tip pushed out a few more cons. And Tip's giving himself a lovely little traffic jam here. Rock grabbing the middle. This is what I mean. The flashes, although this is way, way outnumbered, but flashes don't accelerate or change directions on these hills as well. And they cost more, so he was able to focus fire. Nice job by Tip here, although if he needs to get out of that bay... Oh, this is not good for Rock. Very bad for him. He did a Control-Z, sent all his Skeets over there, and ended up getting 6 of them trapped out. And Tip managed to get out of the bay without taking any losses there. So that's going to even the Skeet counter, even put Tip in the lead.
Especially giving Tip access to that replay now, too.
The wreck field is now all Tip's as well. So that's going to be big in favor of him. Tip 2 kind of doing a good job controlling here and pushing into there, too. So Rock is just... Yeah, it looks like they have similar builds, but Tip's just ahead. He's got his corner capped, whereas Rock does not over here. more peewees being pushed out by this by the factory right here. Again, you see, yeah, Rock doesn't have anybody helping him out here. Rock loves to do this about partway 10, 12 minutes into the game. He likes to go air and then bomb you. And Tip does not have any anti-air, so save for these skeets in the middle. So this is not looking good for, it's a little scary for Tip. But at this point, Rock is ahead by 2,000 metal.
It's about to lose those cons in the bottom right.
Yep. Quickly gets gobbled up by the peewees. This LT should stop the Tip from going any further, but all Tip needs to do is secure the corner at this point. He knows he's ahead. He's going to go ahead, get up, and be ahead because of this. Some flashes have snuck by. Intercept angle isn't good enough. Tip stops. That's not great for him. Single LLT, he can get the flash by these, I think, if he keeps driving. And he does not. He stops. So they get killed. Yeah, he could have gotten in there. But he does get the max. So yeah, he's got this LLT here, although it's not fully DT'd. So you can see Rock was able to drive in and do partial damage to it. Big wreck field here, though. Tip claiming it completely for himself here.
Looks like Tip's building up some metal too. Do you think he'll be going advanced off of this?
Yeah, that's what we're seeing right there. Yep. Yeah. So he's going advanced. Nothing. Yeah, Rock is instead kind of. Oh no. Okay, he's got his up too. I was gonna say he's behind on skeets. He realizes it, so he's going pels. This is again the issue with this map though, is that is quite the hike. Unless you have your advanced lab down here, which is where Tip is putting it, it takes a bit for these pels to get in the water. Tip, gone Crusader, he's probably anticipating it, and he can afford to now, I think, at this point, with the way he's controlling the wreck fields. Touch up the speed just a little bit, too, because here comes the scout. Tip's going to realize he is completely defenseless.
I can't tell you the amount of times like I've been playing and I see a scout come through like just like that with no MTs.
Like, oh no! Well, what I don't like about what Rock did there though is he sent those scouts in without the bomber ready to go. So, all right, this is getting a little loud for me. Let me know if the volume's not that great.
Yeah, sounds okay to me.
Okay. There we go. Big battle in the sea here, right here, and the Pelicans just dominating the skeets, taking down. This wreck field's going to go to Rock, and he might even drop both of these Crusaders. He's got 3, just not enough to support them. His Pelicans are coming in now, just a little bit late to the party.
Was that a hammer?
That is a hammer.
No,
those are multiple hammers.
Okay.
So, oh, he's bringing the hammer. He wants to take this out. So the hammer is to deal with the LLT. So the hammer has better range. 2 heavy laser towers from Tip on this side, but this is not looking good for Tip here. Losing these Crusaders was a pretty big deal, and it looks like he's about to drop a 3rd. Yep, he gets it out of the way. He needs to get that. He needs repairs on that thing. Yep, and he does not. He gets to it too late. So he goes and he starts reclaiming it. This other one's going to go down too.
We'll stabilize here in just a moment. His pels
his pels are able to take care of it. He's got another Crusader out that he's pushing out there. So, and he is okay. So at this point, Tip's got the map control. Rock has this wreck field. It's contested, but there you go. So yeah, he's working on some Crusader of his own, kind of using the Pelicans as you would use the Skeets. He's trying to move in. Dropping a few peewees in the process. Rock is relying.
Has Rock started any advanced eco yet?
Yep, right there. So he's got a Moho. Tip has not. He's starting another advanced lab. He's got a bunch of these. I'll slow this down so we can take a look at the economy. It looks like Tip. Yeah, so Tip has moved in over here. Oh boy, so much going on. Yeah, so there you go. He takes out that LLT, and there is nothing. Two missile towers. In comes Rock's aircon. Excellent move here. I'm surprised Rock did not make a move, seeing that Tip had no air defense to do any bombing at all. Although it does take a lot of time to do that, and he probably thinks his time is better invested right here, trying to push Tip out of the sea.
It does look pretty scary, though. You get a ball of Crusaders up like that.
Yep. These guys are going to be able to come around, though. So there you go. So Rock's doing the right thing here, focusing down single Crusaders. Tip flanking, so yeah, so Rock pulls back. But this, here they come.
Getting that Geo will be nice.
Yeah. Let's see if he stops to get it. There you go. Warriors now coming up from. There you go. The first Moho is going to go down before he even gets it finished. I'm surprised Tip hasn't sent a few more Kiwis over here to help.
Really wants that con.
Yep. Yep, he gets the advanced con. This is also choking off the path for Rock's Pelicans, at least for now, temporarily, and stopping them because Rock is having to invest into Warriors. So, Tip at this point is going to have a little bit of a Pelican advantage to see, although Rock's Crusader Ball is getting pretty big.
Can you look up top, see what's happening on land up there?
Yep. Warriors coming out from Tip. He wants to make a push on that side too. Tip is ahead right now in the resources, so his build has worked out for him. Rock coming over here to try and take down these HLTs. I don't know if that's what you want to do. That's going to give Tip access to this wreck field, which is pretty massive.
Will the Dragon's Teeth also block depth charges?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. Well, we can see here. Yeah, they do. So the little Pee-wee run right here takes out a bunch of Rock's production. You can see he's really focusing in on getting a lot of Crusaders out. Whereas Rock doesn't have really any extra build power there. And Atlas, what's that for? Ah, here we go.
Roach bombs.
We got some invaders.
Oh, that brings up an interesting point. You know, they're colloquially known as roach bombs, but they're invaders. Does anybody ever say invader bomb?
No, because roach bomb has fewer syllables. I think that's why. People have always said roach bombs, even though that's the core unit. And no one ever played core. Even back in the day when no one was playing core, they called them roach bombs. So HLT on land here from Tip to stop the Pels from pushing up right here. And then in come the Warriors. The Warriors will shred these tanks. But you can see a nice little traffic jam. There we go, he gets by and he needs to start taking down those missile towers. That's where the damage is coming from.
Oh, here we go. Finally.
There we go. Finally comes in with the bomber. Bombs out the advance, but there's a second one. So nice move by Rock. I don't know if that's going to net him really what he wants there. Tip pushing him off these nexus. Rock quickly trying to get an HLT down. He'll probably get this done before they get there. He's got enough stumpies to cause problems. Rock stalling pretty hard on metal right now. And here's the Pal advantage that Tip has. Rock just now getting his Pels back into the water. Yeah, unscreened Crusaders have trouble against big groups of Pels. There you go, so now he's using his second.
Like that.
Yeah, he's using his second lab here to push out more Pelicans. There you go, Tip's into the wreck field now. The roach bombs are loaded. He spies the commander. Rock does not move him.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and there is no air defense going up that way. So here comes another bombing run. I wonder if Rock saw that he built these.
He may come across them now with his bombers.
Yeah. Okay, he just roach bombed. He's just taking out these. Okay, I thought for sure he would go for the
he could calm snipe.
Yeah. Oh, bomber stopped shy. I don't know what on earth was he doing there? He's bombing the Pee-wees.
He turned them around.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't go for the lab. But I guess that makes sense. Because he's still got nothing down here. Although he's got a con, and his comm is there too, so he can make a push. You can see here though, just looking at this, Tip's got the majority of the map, and he's got a lovely fake commander out here in the middle, getting all those wrecks. So Tip up by 4,000 now.
Yeah, it's going to be growing really quick now.
Yep. Although I'm not seeing... Oh, he's got 2 of his Mohos capped. Advanced shipyard going here. These are Ranger Danger, as it goes. They're really strong here.
This is the only map I've built a hive on just for the radar.
Yes. Although I think in 4.7, I think Rangers got their radar, because Rangers didn't have it for some reason.
Right.
But I would still use just hives and then put them up on the side just for radar for the sake of my land units too. So things getting more chaotic in the sea here. 2 labs of pelicans now for Rock, and his commander has gone for a swim again. So Tip's opportunity to roach bomb the commander. He's been found out here, and a single skeet is gonna. It's not gonna kill it, but level bombing the sea. That's one thing in TA that works in what works in TA doesn't work in real life. Is level bombing ships. Need dive bombers in real life. Big pelican horde, shooters on land or anything. It looks like that's what he's getting right here. He's getting some shooters. Bombing the Geode, not a good run. Again, coming off the elevation, that's the issue.
Yeah, he got
AA up here would be good for him. There you go. Looks like he's gonna get it. Oh, he's going for the advanced factory.
It was funny though, because he could have gotten both in that one run, but he went right in between.
Taking out a shipyard. Again, just not enough AA from Tip here. And the bombers are down at this point. Rock's lets him go. This is a pretty big deal right here. Rock making a push. He's got 2 shooters and an LLT. The shooters are for the Crusaders though, not for the Pels. You can see they're too close right now. They're getting shredded.
Looks like Tip's making a push on the right.
Yep. Nice little counter push. But at the same time, Tip's also pushing on the top side. Continuing to hold that. He's got some Fidos out. Conqueror is not going to be able to protect it. These are just too lightly armored, I think. These warriors are going to be able to defend it. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think his advanced shipyard will survive this. These scouts. Not much AA from Rock either. There goes that. Warriors trying to push in. This is unguarded LLT. So, and that forces Rock to switch to Warriors, which decreases the amount of pels he's going to have in the sea. But Tip at this point is completely pushed out. So Tip with more of the land, but less of the sea. Significantly less, including access to this massive wreck field, which Rock is just moving in right now. So that might swing the game in the other direction. Rock bringing up his Crusaders, he's going to try and protect his top side.
If Tip can keep applying enough pressure on land, that will give him a chance to get back in the sea.
Yep. He even has it right now. You can see he's got some shooters overwatching, and he needs to take a dip again. So LLT is down now. Fidos took it out. I think Rock has this lab marked. That's really what he needs to bomb up here. Tip at 104 to Rock 74 though, so Rock needs to, once this wreck field runs out, Rock needs to basically turn that either into a victory or into his economy. Rock able to counterattack here. This has just remained contested the whole time, which is not Whereas Tip has had his corner essentially under his control. He goes, he marks the lab, and he gets it. Nice lab bombing by Rock. You can see he's got plenty of cave-outs around here, so he's able to just completely hose out those bombers. Tip going air himself, and he's got some brawlers. Those will work nicely in the sea against these, and of course if the commander was on land. But also brawlers are really good against help. Probably the best unit at clearing up anti-air stuff, missile towers and flags.
But Rock doesn't really have too much AA overall.
No, he has very little. So he has
really
these right here, but then, and that's what Tip, I think, realized in his scouting run. So if he off-screens those brawlers and appears right here, he kills this is all dead. And Rock just now is trying to shore up that weakness with some missile towers of his own. And see, Tip's got these two mexes, Rock does not, on that side of it. He made a push. This is the power of the sea right there. If he goes advanced, he'll be able to get the Ranger danger going. He is building up his Tip's taking up that wreckage right there. This is a nice little wreck field for him. Rock's still doing a bunch of bombing. Lots of Farks here, lots of brawlers. So Rock's counter push here might be pretty effective. These warriors are enough to break through. These shooters, and I think this one's going to get stopped dead by the Kiwis and everything. The other thing about controlling the sea is you get really easy bombing angles.
Right, yeah.
Tip going into Mavs. Now once he goes down, the warriors have the ability to shoot over Dragon's Teeth. Rock trying to bomb the shooters. So Tip using these just kind of as missile towers. And this is a serious breakthrough, but Tip shows up with his brawlers, and he's not even using them against that, so it looks like the plan is to do some damage right here. Takes out one factory. Takes out the con, so he can't easily replace it. It's a nice little move. Although he's got these two still here, so flies up, off screen again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missile towers if he takes those down first.
He doesn't need to.
Well, if he wants the free reign and then to keep his brawlers as well. Because they are taking splash damage from the missile tower. So there you go. Takes out the... It just goes spreading out. That's what happens. You gotta make sure you keep giving them targets. Otherwise they do this.
If you shift click the targets, will they still spread out like that?
No, they won't. No, you can... And so Tip completely cleans them out, and not completely. He could have done better with that. And now advanced bombers. Yeah, these little ramps funnel the units into an alleyway, and you can see there's a little laser spiral of death there. Nice little run by Tip there. Very well lined up. Nearly completely wipes out the guys there now. So I don't think Rock has any advanced air. And the killing of the lab here has essentially stalled out this press on that side. All the pressure's gone. So it's going to give Tip a chance to try and move back in. He just doesn't have any construction units up there to take advantage to try and do that. He's got these guys. This is in a safer spot, easier to bomb them. But it doesn't look like Rock's going right back into the bombers.
I want to see if Rock can start claiming that right side.
Yeah, he doesn't. Again, it's a lack of cons down there, it seems. And I know it's tough to keep up. This is a massive amount of pellets. That's enough for him to really push if Rock isn't paying attention. He's just using the lasers of the bombers. Here comes the massive amount of pellets. You can see just the Crusaders are only getting off a couple shots. They're not proving well for this.
Shredded.
And that's just the economy lead that Tip has right now. It takes out all the wins. And Rock is going to the Dirty Birds to try and protect himself. I don't see any yet of those yet coming out from Tip. This is pretty well timed by Tip with his Pelican push. Just bombing the units before they can get there. Rock's trying to send his Hawks over to try and deal with the bombers, but he's just running them into a bunch of missile towers. There we go, here's some Hawks from Tip. Yep, he's producing there, so he wants protection. This is one of the, part of the game too, where it's like I need a couple T2 air cons, a bunch of T1 air cons, so that way I can quickly go and capture places that I win. Especially if you have air superiority. Tip completely taking out.
This map is just very taxing.
Yeah, I would be. We're 40 minutes in at this point. I would be completely smoked. Just trying to keep up with absolutely everything. Even just trying to stream it here, I'm like, what do I look at next? Right. So forgive the viewers here for me jumping around all over the place. 2 flags coming up from Rock in the back. He's probably worried about those brawlers showing up again. But this Pelican push is probably going to be all he needs to get Rock mostly out of the water. Rock does not have enough Hawks at this point. He's going to help. It looks like he's going to be able to hold on.
I wonder if the Pels can go up that little part in the land that the commander walked
No, definitely not.
Okay.
It's too good. It's going to be too steep. Laser tower here just kind of stopping the reinforcements. Tip, loving those Mavs again. Mavs are expensive, incredibly high amount of DPS. Tip working on his build power. You can see his resources have stabilized around 95. It's showing Rock at 106 right now. I don't know if I buy that.
Tip also did bomb out a lot of Rock's wins.
Yep. So you can see he's struggling on E right now, trying to get a big Bertha down. Seeing what Tip's up to on this side. Let's see here. Lots of Farks around his primary advanced air lab. Rock hasn't scouted it. And there you go. He's getting another advanced air lab down. Mavs, Jethros will help protect against the Hawks. They're not the best, but they'll work a little bit. They'll also protect against these right here. That's what he's worried about primarily. Plus, if Tip just flies up right here, he'll knock out all those bombers.
Yeah, that push on the right with the backup of the Hawks, that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be. Well, he's got tons of this missile tower line will work nicely against the Mavs. So. There we go. Tip moving in with air cons, claiming the Rex. So this did leave a lot of stuff, but that took out, like, remember, Rock had all these titles in here too. He was using the water here for sea, and Tip has gone for a swim again. So this is real calm. That's back in the water there. So Rock's commander there, Tip's over here, and this is the situation. So Tip has rebuilt his top left. Again, Tip controlling still the majority of the map. This is quite the game. This is what we expect from our top players in tournament play.
That's right. Yes. I wonder how many times they played this to practice, because I know those two specifically.
Yeah, not against each other. When I searched the games, this was the only one that came up, I think, on this map, at least recently. So it's entirely possible that they played this a bunch, but I know Tip is very good at studying builds, doing that kind of thing. Yeah, so you see the air cons coming up. That's why he was able to hose out all these missile towers. He's got a bunch of warriors ready to go, so he can move in and try and push Rock out of here. Rock's still struggling for energy. You can see he's just putting winds up in the front line where they're going to die. Tip trying to go advance C. Bunching by Rock there. He needs to get those spread out. Rock
How do you
really
get
seems
your
go ahead.
How do you get your hawks to go in a single line?
So if you take hawks that are coming from a different location, so you see how he has these hawks, you do a Control Z, and then it's just going to group them on a single line, and it'll do a little hawk racetrack thing. You generally don't want to do that. You want them to be spread out. So if you grab hawks that are not kind of all together already in formation, they'll reform up on a single point. It happens with all air units. So if you're grabbing them from across the map, it's one of the dangers of air repair pads, actually. If you have a group and they fly off to go get repaired, if you don't turn off those repair pads when you fly them back together, you have to reform. So, although on a map like this, air repair pads would probably be good because they're trying to slowly build up their hawk advantage.
Do they provide energy?
Hawks?
No, repair pads.
I don't think so. Here come the bombers, flying over the Jethros. Nav push. Hawks can handle them pretty easy if Tip doesn't have any hawks to back him up, and it doesn't look like he does. So the Jethros will do some damage to these hawks, but these are gonna win.
Look up top. Tip's push.
Oh yes, here comes Tip's push. Bombs up the Geo. Rock is gonna be struggling even more for E, and down goes his fusion too. That's pretty clutch. Takes out the one he was under construction as well. The Bertha has been abandoned. Tip's push has broken in now. So now, yeah, Rock's hawks can't be in two places at once.
Still has control of the sea, though.
Yep. Oh, Tip's bailed out of the water with his commander there. Just a single LLT and some maps here. This might be enough, but then when these come in, let's see what he's got by way of anti-air. He's just got the Jethros and 4 missile towers. So dangerous position for Rock. So yeah, he's kind of a one spot. This is what I don't like doing this. Yes, it gives you a nice little single missile tower point, but these are super bunched up. The smaller number of hawks will come in and chain react them. So
is Tip's commander still right there?
He is. So, I believe he just cloaked him. Yeah, he's gone for a little cloak. His commander's now walked up over here.
Okay.
For run, yeah, he's only got a dozen hawks. Zeus are going down. Yeah, if he had Zeus up here for this push, it would have been better for him, I think. He at least mixed in with the Mavs to start absorbing some of those hawk shots. Lots of missile towers by Tip everywhere. It's going to be tough for Rock to come in and just clean them out. Not in total control of the sea, but got most of it under control. Lots of idle cons, too. Again, just having trouble keeping up with it. Tip sneaking in here with the FARC, able to start grabbing some of these nice wrecks. Speed up again. Nice little move by Tip there. Swings in and gets. That's what I was talking about. Rock was a little bunched up. Tip swings in. He takes a smaller number of hawks and whittles away at Rock's bigger number. Tip ahead by only by about 14,000 or so in resources. I think that's just by virtue of the Mohos, because Rock has less territory with Mohos on it, whereas Tip has got all his Mohos capped on this side down here. And I think he's even got him up in the corner too, yeah. Rock trying to take out the metal extractors. Too many missile towers here for him to try and push with his hawks like he was just doing there. When you're up against a line of missile towers like this, you want your hawks to attack them perpendicularly so it'll take them out kind of all at once, because if you come in from this angle right here, then you're just going to be taking out the ones in the front, and it'll take you much longer. You lose more hawks that way. like putting a little Tip putting a little pressure down here. That'll bring the Hawks away from this top side, this is where Tip's kind of got the pretty big advantage right now. Again, Rock not having the air cons that Tip does, he's not able to move in. Surprised no more serious economy pushes from Tip though, with regards to like trying to get a fusion or something like that. Tip's got his own little racetrack going right here. Pretty sure that's a fake comment, the one in there. It says Commander.
He had his other one cloaked. Or at least one was cloaked, I
don't see it. No, oh yeah, there we go. We got two. Yeah, so
yeah.
The fake. Those are fakes. Coming in, trying to grab these wrecks. Rock's done a nice job recovering here from the big pelt push, and having the air superiority has certainly helped him.
I feel like Rock, if he wanted to, could make more use of his Hawk advantage. But I think he feels like he's on the back foot a little bit.
He needs them to. The moment those Hawks go down, he's in trouble as far as from a defensive standpoint. So, yeah, he needs to be careful where he pushes with them. If he runs into a flacker and loses them all, then like he kind of had his opportunity when his bells were close to bring in the Hawks and go for a little bit, but Tip's close it off by dropping that flag there. See just how quick
This is a great game.
Oh yeah.
As a neutral observer, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to say, even at this moment. Like, Tip has a slight edge, but, Rock's got a lot of Hawks, so until Tip is able to clean them out, it's going to be tough for him to catch up. He's only got 2 factories, and Rock is kind of caught back up again in resources. Well, not quite. But this is a decent-sized push, supported by the Hawks. He might be able to break through here. Although these wrecks are going to make it really tough for him to get around the corner. Commanders are also providing line of sight. I don't see a radar targeting facility from it. So he just got his second lab up and he's building bombers with those. Advanced vehicle series, going Bulldogs. And phalanxes.
Nice.
That will, that's how you get the, re-win the Hawk advantage when someone's being defensive. They don't realize that you got advanced vehicle, so they think they're safe to fly the Hawks over, and next thing you know, you evaporate them. We'll see if that's what happens here. Rock bringing in torp bombers to take out the fake comms that are doing the reclaiming. That's why you can see them flying there. And he's making his push on the top side. He's got the phalanxes a little far back. This will attract the Hawks. Yep, here they come. Avoiding Tip's Hawks one. He's just too bunched up there. Oh, he's way too bunched up. Oh, and he flies right over the phalanxes. An excellently executed trap by Tip. And you can see Rock's Hawk numbers are down to next to nothing. He was really relying on those for defense. So this is now just going to be able to walk right in. He switched. Got warriors coming down. Tip flying in with his own Hawks. This is the flacker he's got to watch out for here. Here come the Bulldogs.
This is not really good.
It's not good for Rock. Tip doing a much better job grouping his Hawks there. Rock doing a poorly timed Control Z.
Yeah, it looks like Rock's pulling back his forces in the bottom right too.
Yep, it looks like he wants to everything he's got up here in the corner.
Yeah.
The flankers come in, they blast more of the Hawks. Now the ground units are able to make the ground. So he brought up his air cons right here to help push out his warriors. Bulldogs do a lot of work against K-bots. Because the K-bots tend to bunch up and we splash damage. So Tip moving right in, doing a kind of a hold position thing here once that flacker's down. Takes out the advanced K-bot lab. This is looking pretty serious for Rock right now. There's a fusion right here, it's going to be vulnerable.
TA is so frustrating, just like one little mistake. And it just looks like...
Well, especially at this like kind of high level play there too, where like if Rock had seen that, I mean, he had no way of knowing that the flag was there, but the grouping of his Hawks just absolutely cost him.
Yeah.
Sees, there you go. There you go. He comes flying in. Tip doing this whole thing. Rock catches Tip's Hawks off guard there. And he manages to take the lead there, but I bet Tip hasn't just been, so he hasn't been pulling and reinforcing. So, and here we go. So this, he controls the C. He can kind of stop this push by doing what he's doing right here, pushing his C units into there. The Z's are headed back up too. This is
Tip still making bombers, or is he just all Hawks now?
He's all Hawks, it looks like, although...
Okay.
If he spies that fusion, he spot the fusion there. I expect we'll see bombers out of him. He's trying to make a push here in the sea. Although Rock is down, he's down to just one advanced air to Tip's 2. Brawlers coming in here from Tip. Rock's just hurting now, resource-wise.
Is Tip in the sea again?
I don't know if he went... No, he's not.
No, okay.
Yeah, Tip ahead now by 13,000. There you go. Rock is advanced. See, so let's see if I should be able to find that. Where is he? There he goes, right there. So yeah, getting these guys up. This is going to help protect him. Think of these. These are basically mobile toasters. So he can clear out all of this if he just scouts it. He needs to get his air cons in here and be reclaiming them. Rock could get some advanced sea cons out and claim these sea resources too. That's the one thing that Rock is not using the sea well for resources. I love it when like a blue laser hits a Pee-wee. It's the ultimate overkill. Rock's Bertha is almost done. But yeah, Rock's got to be feeling like he's on his back foot right now. And I don't think... I'm not seeing any fusions from Tip. He's just all... He's just all Cool Nick style. There we go. Here's his fusion. So maybe he has a cloak one or two? No, I don't think so. So he's all Mohos and Winds. Here comes the Ranger.
Ranger danger.
Yep. Ranger danger.
How far? What's the range going to be on that BB?
On the Ranger?
No, the BB.
Oh, the BB. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think I can check this one here. The game's actually gonna be wrapping up soon, so I don't want to miss how it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, he should be able to reach it. He's got lots of brawlers here. He's probably going to come in for these fusions. 2 flak isn't enough against this number of brawlers. He does have a bunch of Hawks though, so we can fly those in and stop that. Oh, it looks like he's got the comm marked. He's going for the sniper. Yeah. So he brought his comm up out of the water here to try and build more. Yep. Here we go.
Oh man.
There's no one flag is not enough. There are too many brawlers. So he's got 2 flag. Maybe if he gets his nano up fast enough, I just don't know if he's gonna realize it. See, this is Tip tracking right now. He's putting all his time into this right here. But yeah, there's like 30 of them. Comes right up over. Boom! Down goes Rock.
Man, Rock.
What a game! Yeah, this is at that point in the game, you gotta have your comm somewhere safe. So I understand why you brought him out. Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, this is getting desperate. I need some help. So anyway, victory to Tiptushi. Close game here. You can just take a look at these resources. 44,000 to Rock's 42. No excess metal. And the energy production tipped just a little bit ahead on. You can remember those parts where Rock was stalling a little bit more. But yeah, great game, guys. What a game, what a map. It was pretty cool to be able to get that together for you.
Also, it's nice because there haven't been many games on that map from the tournament.
No, there really
it's
haven't.
Nice to see one. Yeah.
So, anyway, that's what I've got for you for y'all today, Mr. Meal Solutions. Why don't you tell the good folks here where they can find you?
Yeah, Meal Solutions Gaming on YouTube, and I'll hopefully be getting out some more tournament games too. So let's go.
Yeah, everybody take a peek over there if you can. If you have not subscribed over at Meal Solutions Gaming, you are doing Total Annihilation wrong. With that, thank you all for joining us today. If you have not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Hit that like button. I hear the algorithm likes that sort of thing. I will catch you all again real soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.